I'm so relieved. I am so relieved, but also extremely happy because, of course, Sheffield United won, Chelsea 2. Chelsea right back in now with contention for Champions League football. If I actually look at the table right now, we knew before kick-off with, of course, Liverpool dropping points in some style to Manchester City at Anfield earlier on. A win would have put us 1 point behind Liverpool, who are, of course, currently 4th in the Premier League table. And we are now, of course, 1 point off Champions League football. And yeah, there's still a long way to go in the Premier League this season, but I don't think that victory over Sheffield United can be understated. You know, it wasn't the most, scintillating of performances. We weren't absolutely at our best whatsoever, and to be quite honest, Sheffield United did make it quite a good game for us for the majority of the game, but I do think we controlled large parts of it. And in the end, I think we really did deserve to get 3 points, and yeah, you don't win every game in scintillating fashion. Sometimes they have to be gritty, and sometimes you just have to hold out for 3 points and grind them out, and yeah, that is exactly what we did tonight. A massive 3 points for us, because normally what we end up doing, Chelsea, in recent years especially, is if we need to win a game to obviously close the gap on the teams above us for Champions League qualification, we normally end up losing or drawing or dropping points in some sort of way, and yeah, it's good that we didn't do that tonight, and yeah, an absolutely brilliant result, as I keep saying, and I am so relieved and so happy that we did manage to get 3 points in the end. But yeah, we will get into analysing this game now, so if I'm being perfectly honest, I think it was kind of a game of two halves, because I do think we were a little bit sloppy in the first half. I think it was the usual case for us of, all possession, just huff and puff in the first half and not really do anything with that possession. And then in the second half, or should I say after Mason Mount's goal on 42 minutes, I think we really started to explode into life. We really started to see a bit more urgency, a bit more chances created, and yeah, overall we did end up winning the game 2-1. If we go through the incidents in the game, obviously very early on in the game, Sheffield United did get themselves a penalty. Ben Chilwell with a foul on, I think it was John Fleck, and to be honest, I think he was really lucky to get away with that, because I don't understand what Ben Chilwell was doing, if I'm honest, and to be honest, I do think he had an incredibly shaky game, and to be honest, I really do rate Chilwell, and I really do hope that, it works out for him as Chelsea left back, because at the start of the season, he was absolutely incredible, and up to December, I'd probably say he was the best left back in the Premier League on form, but since that game against Everton when we lost 1-0, and since he came out and said that stupid comment about us being, feeling untouchable or whatever, he's just been really poor, and I do hope to see him back in form, but yeah, once again tonight, he's really not giving, Thomas Tuchel any reason to start him ahead of Marcus Alonso, who was, of course, rested tonight. But yeah, Chilwell was, of course, extremely lucky that the Sheffield United player was offside in the build-up, and then we go on to the next one, obviously, which was Mason Mount's goal right on the brink of half-time. Chilwell actually doing really well to play it down the line to Timo Werner, who I think had a really good game. Werner caused a lot of havoc for those Sheffield United defenders with his pace, looked, re-inspired, looked, really sharp tonight, I have to say, and it was probably one of Timo Werner's best games as a Chelsea player, in quite some time now, and yeah, did really well to run down the line. The Sheffield United players couldn't handle his pace whatsoever in the back line. A really good cutback from Werner on his weak foot, and just a really, pinpoint, excellent finish from Mason Mount on his weak foot, back into the bottom corner of the net to obviously open the scoreline and open the floodgates. And I want to just say this: anyone that has dared to doubt Mason Mount from the very start, you cannot celebrate this moment with us. You cannot celebrate any goal Mason Mount scores, whether it's for Chelsea or not. Anyone that's not rated Mason Mount from the start, I'm sorry, your opinion just doesn't matter to me. I'm going to completely invalidate your opinion from now on, not even just in football terms, but in anything, in any walk of life, because your ball knowledge just absolutely reeks. It smells of utter shit if you think that Mason Mount from the start wasn't a good footballer, because I'm sorry, he's so important to this team. His work rate is top class. He's a Chelsea man. He gives everything, absolutely everything, which is all you want in a footballer. Even if he's not good, you just want him to give everything, and that's what he does. He's a talented footballer as well, really good in the ball. As I said, works his socks off. So important to this Thomas Tuchel system, which involves so much high press, so much energy, and yeah, he's really started to add goals and assists to his game in the last few weeks. Just an absolutely incredible footballer who will go to the top, and believe you me, will be a Chelsea legend. So if you do not rate Mason Mount still, then you just know absolutely nothing, and I don't value your opinion. But yeah, after that, we went into the second half, and an absolute calamity at the start. Antonio Rudiger with an OG. I think a bit of a mix-up between him and Edouard Mendy, so I will sympathise for him a little bit, because Rudiger actually hasn't even been that bad for us in recent weeks since Thomas Tuchel actually came in. And to be honest, I think after that mistake, he did actually have a really good game for us, but he just does have that mistake in him, and that's why most Chelsea fans just don't rate Rudiger, because as solid as he can be at times, he does have a stupid, just lapse of concentration in him, and just a stupid error of judgment in him, and that's exactly what we saw tonight. Gifted Sheffield United a way back into the game, and yeah, we were only lucky that a few minutes later we responded really well. Timo Werner rounding Aaron Ramsdale, bit of a collision. I don't think it was fully Ramsdale's intention to bring Werner down, but definitely a stonewall penalty, and I don't know why the referees took so goddamn long to actually give that decision, because first of all, he should have pointed to the spot in the first place. It's pretty goddamn obvious that Werner was clattered by Ramsdale. and then he goes to VAR, and you know, they take like a minute or two to actually make up their minds on whether or not it's actually a foul, which is just absolutely laughable. And you can see Azpilicueta in the background when Kevin Friend is looking at the monitor, and he's literally like, are you actually stupid? Are you dumb? Are you thick in the head? Are you missing something in your brain cells? Because there is no way in hell you can say that is not a stonewall penalty. And just the refereeing, the overall officiating in the Premier League in recent years has been massively exposed with VAR, and that's, you know, a topic for another day. But yeah, Jorginho with the penalty, 2 penalties now in a row for him, and yeah, looks like a more reassured penalty taker without that, you know, hop he does. And although I really do like the hop, yeah, it just wasn't working out, and I think, you know, keepers had kind of copped onto it a bit. So, you know, he just places it into the corner now, another good penalty, and obviously the decisive goal in this game that did get Chelsea a massive, humongous 3 points in their bid to retain Champions League football. And yeah, in terms of the way we played, I just want to firstly say, I mean, no disrespect to Frank Lampard whatsoever, because if you are a long-term subscriber to this channel, you'll know I'm one of the main ones that didn't want Frank Lampard sacked in the first place, and I will never speak a bad word about that man for what he's done for this football club. But we look so much, you know, more clean going forward. We look so much more smooth, so much more urgency. We look, you know, we get the ball forward as quick as possible, and I think Mateo Kovacic once again tonight was really, really good at that. Gets the ball so forward so quickly, which I just absolutely love about him, and I think he will be an absolute quality player under Thomas Tuchel in this system he does play. And yeah, I really do like Thomas Tuchel, and I think so far in his Chelsea career he's added so much more enthusiasm to the Chelsea fan base, which is normally always divided, and definitely was, especially at the end of Frank Lampard's tenure in charge of Chelsea. And yeah, I really like Tuchel's energy. I think obviously, you know, he's always on the touchline. I think you'll always notice he never sits down. He's constantly on the touchline, barking orders at the players, encouraging them, driving them on, and I think that energy definitely translates into the players over the course of the 90 minutes, and I think that is definitely one thing that a lot of managers do lack, and I think unfortunately Frank Lampard, you could see, never really was like that. But yeah, once again, no disrespect, but I think Thomas Tuchel has added a lot of energy to this Chelsea bunch, and that's absolutely great to see. But yeah, if we go into the lineups now, I just want to check and see, you know, who else was standout for Chelsea today. I think Andreas Christensen definitely stepped in Thiago Silva's place and did really, really well. And to be honest, with that Rudiger mistake in mind, I do want to see Christensen start even when Thiago Silva comes back from that injury, and we don't know how long it's going to be. But you definitely, you know, there was no coincidence whatsoever that we had a calamity at the back the one time Thiago Silva wasn't playing. He's so assured on the ball. He's, you know, one of those players where it's like, just relax, guys. Just relax. Just take it easy. Everything's under control. And yeah, we just lacked that bit of, you know, relaxation in the back line today. But yeah, one thing I was going to say, I really want to see a back three of Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, and Andreas Christensen, because I think Christensen is well capable of playing that left centre back role where he's, you know, given license to go forward a little bit. As I said, I think Mateo Kovacic and Jorginho absolutely brilliant today in centre midfield. Once again, dominated the midfield. I think Hudson-Odoi looked very sharp when he came on again. Reece James down the right wing back was very, very good. Timo Werner, as I said, 2 assists if you count that, you know, 1 penalty as an assist. Overall, very, very positives from Chelsea today, and no reason to complain whatsoever. A massive 3 points. We close the gap on the top 4, and yeah, I purely do believe now that we have a very good chance now of getting top 4 football, because if you look at the teams above us or in and around us, most of them drop points this weekend, and if we can continue a level of consistency under Tuchel till the end of the season, I definitely feel like we can get in there. The only reason I'd be a bit sceptical is because of the fact that City, United, Leicester and Liverpool, the 4 teams above us, have been really good and really consistent for most of the season, and that's the only reason I think we might not get it. But, you know, we're Chelsea Football Club, we somehow always sneak away in there, and that is the main reason why I think that we will do that at the end of the season. But yeah, I think that is we're going to end this video now, because yeah, I just want to, you know, go and get this video edited and get it released. Overall, you know, massive positives to take from this Chelsea game. I'm really, really delighted with the way we played, how gritty we were, and overall the 3 points, which you cannot complain about whatsoever. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like. 20 likes as per usual would be massively appreciated by myself, and also if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be hugely appreciated as well, because we are looking to hit 1,400 subscribers on this channel as soon as we possibly can. So if you do hit that subscribe button, it would cost you absolutely nothing and would make my day, so it is very much a win-win situation. And yeah, Chelsea back to within the point of Champions League contention. I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya.